Hey, collective, how we doing? Hope we're doing good on this Memorial Day. I come to visit my uncle who's in the National Guard. I visit my grandfather too, who was in World War II. I gotta try to find my papa. Seen some more signs, but I'm in the Forestdale Cemetery in my hometown, Malden, that I always loved. It's still beautiful. They keep this place, you know. No, they keep it. They do. They keep it nice in here. And the cannons. I always love the cannons. It's like can anon. Anon is like anonymous. Anonymous. Although I don't know who's anonymous these days because all this stuff on TV seems quite interesting, if I do say, and it's confusing people. Or I don't even think this is real because sometimes the signs that I see, I feel like a nut. But then when I call, he's like, well, who's making you feel like a nut? I said, I don't know. It's getting confusing. He goes, well, who's confusing you? I said, I'm not sure about that either. So you see how it's something in the ether. It's got something to do with the ether, something to do with the grounding, something to do with the bad energies inside of humans. So I'm just trying to say the truth. That's a time for laughter and a time for seriousness. So and I was told to wake God's children up. And you know how you hear OCD and obsessive compulsive, and they want to give medicines for things like that? I mean, I flip it where it resonates. It's something to do about the eights and the eats and the I's and the T's. Something to do with, don't ask why. You can ask why, but then that's going to confuse you even more. See? And I'm not trying to be a wise ass. I'm just trying to somehow make light of some situations that don't seem too light, because things ain't right down here. They're not right. And if you guys think they're right, you lost your sight. You lost your mind. And the unkind mind, you gotta, to be like the fifth kind, the kind mind, you gotta get back into your connection with your higher self. And if people do that, and I'm not saying they're not. They might be. They might be, but not in my circle. I haven't heard from anybody. That's why I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real. It can't be real. Could it be real? It feels real sometimes, but I have no idea now. I used to wonder about these things. Now I'm just fanatically fascinated. I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up this is fascinating. There's other universes out there. I hope we don't turn into Star Wars and start fighting with the dark side out there in outer space, because that seems like it's just your imagination, right? So could it be that that's the truth? Dark versus light in Space Wars, Star Wars? Well, if they blew up a planet called Maldekian, Maldezek, these things mean something to somebody out there, I think. I don't know. It's like the Twilight Zone meets the Matrix. But what else could I teach? Oh, I think I said this before, but I did some videos, and believe me, my voice is being attacked. I can't even speak, but so I tried to sing it and bring it. But whatever the case is, God was like, you looking for vanity? I was like, no. He's like, you follow what I'm telling you. I said, yeah, no problem, And I've been listening to what he needed me to do in these different times, and I keep praying, because he gets upset when I don't, like I was clowning. I mean, he was proud of me in half of the sense of my showing up in court and standing my ground for my family, for myself, and for my country, and for my God. But then he didn't like that I was like teasing the court officers, because they thought they were throwing me out. The court was over, and they're like, get out. It's like, but I started teasing them, and it's not a time to tease. There's a time and a place for everything. So I had to repent on that, because when God's not wrong. When he tells you something and you can't question whether or not, you got to own it. And I was like, I understood, and trust me, I reaped what I sowed. So they got me back, and necessary. I'm not blaming people. I'm not blaming anybody but the wicked that keep doing this. I told them in court, you just got to pray. Yeah, I don't know if you're not getting it, but I've been telling you for a year now, keep screwing around, you're all going to be in trouble. And they are. We warned them. He's been warned many, many times. Many, many men with many, many masks, many malls, and many march. All those things that George Carlin used to say in his stand-up comedy that he did for 40 years against these people. I don't even know how he passed. I have to look into that because I don't, I mean, he was older, but if we snapped that comet patent and Moses and them lived into the 900s and God says you'll live in eternity for 1,000 years, I mean, that's a prize I'd like to shoot for. I don't know who else is shooting for those types of things down here anyway. They're following the world, and that's not what I'm going to do. You get it. See and saw. God saw that it was good. So to saw, I would use I can saw that coming, or intuition, because the parasites. Come on, mountain lion. Come here. I figured we're going to climb this mountain. It's actually called Blueberry Hill. And, yeah, I had to put he didn't want to be Comet Wolf. He wanted to be dumb. He's like, we're going to the mountains? Put my lion costume on. We heard a train in the background and the storm coming, and, things are going to roll up here. So stay up, stay blessed. Peace.